It's all going down in Newcastle.
You don't want to miss this one.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
This is COLM McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Dmitriy Salita. Dmitriy, we watched a crazy fight tonight between Leonard Hardy and Baumgartner. First of all, your reaction to that?
Great fight. Women's boxing is growing, and it's great that another big-time boxing match came back to the city of Detroit. We had Claressa here June 3rd at Little Caesars Arena down the block, and we had a good fight, an excited crowd. Yeah, good to see big-time boxing making its way back to the city of Detroit, to the state of Michigan.
Do you believe that through your, what you've brought back with Claressa Shields, and now that this event that Eddie's brought here, this is big-time boxing on its way back in Detroit?
Yeah, for sure, and there's so many young, talented fighters. On the undercard today, we saw Joshua Pagan, U.S. national champion, undefeated junior welterweight, won by first-round knockout. Joseph Hicks, U.S. Olympic team captain, won a decision. Jermaine Franklin, the heavyweight that the UK boxing fans know from his great fights with Dillian White and Anthony Joshua, did a great job tonight. So I do believe that Detroit, with its history, with its local talent, with its abundance of sports fans and beautiful venues, has an ability to be a hub of professional boxing, and I think it will be.
Let's talk about Jermaine Franklin, a guy who has shown that the zero doesn't matter in the sport anymore, that has shown back-to-back defeats against Dillian White and Anthony Joshua, have in fact grown him as a fighter, has grown his, his personality came out as well. What's next for him? Is this a possibility that he does sign with Matchroom? How's your relationship with him on that as well?
My relationship with Jermaine is great. I have shown the ability to work with every big promoter, with every network. So whatever is best for Jermaine, whatever is best for his career in terms of the fights that he can get, that's the way we'll go. But I'm not looking necessarily to do any co-promotional deals. However, fights on a fight-by-fight basis is something that we'll explore. And last year we worked with Boxer, Matchroom, Top Rank, PPC. So my motto is to be inclusive, to work with everybody, and to give our fighters the best opportunities and the fans the best fights. And certainly Jermaine has shown today against an undefeated 17-0 fighter who had a great amateur career, a very good professional career, came to fight, came to win, and Jermaine just outclassed him and showed that he is indeed a world-class heavyweight, and has used the experiences against Dillian White, a fight that I feel that he won, and against Anthony Joshua, a fight that he could have won. But with all of these experiences, he's only going to get better and be a bigger threat on a big heavyweight picture.
He said he wants Daniel Dubois. Is that a fight that you want for him next if Dubois comes through the USAC? Either way, really.
Oh, in my mind, Jermaine is a favorite to beat Daniel Dubois. Whether he wins or loses. Jermaine, Philip Hergerwig, George Joyce, Zhang, Deontay Wilder, all those big names, I feel like Jermaine is in a mix with them. And now with the experience of the two fights and with the win tonight, his confidence has grown. And I really believe that he's going to be a threat and he's going to get some big W's on his record in the near future.
Last one from me, Claressa Shields, out a few weeks ago in Little Caesars Arena. What's next for her?
We're talking about several different possibilities. Obviously, a rematch with Savannah Marshall has been talked about. I believe that Claressa, a symbol of what she is and what she's become for women empowerment and the growth of women's sports and women's equality throughout the world, will be very significant for her to fight in Africa and to fight in the Middle East. So we're exploring those possibilities. I really believe that her fighting in those parts of the world would be like Ali fighting with George Foreman in Zaire in the 1970s. I really believe that Claressa is that athlete, that generational talent that is more than the sport. Her success is the bridge that fuses sports and culture, and she brings people together through her incredible, unparalleled success in the ring.
Well, Dmitriy, it's always a pleasure to have you on IFL TV. Hopefully next time we speak, there's some news on Jermaine Franklin or even a Claressa Shields fight, and then we can have a lot more to speak about.
That'd be great, for sure. And, one of the things that I want to say, we talked about big-time boxing coming back to Detroit. So when we had Claressa, we had press here from all over the world, from all over the country. And here again, YouTube channels came here all the way from the UK. Really incredible that this city that has gone through a very tough time is now getting, on a boxing level, the respect and the recognition that it deserves. And I believe that the door is open for big-time boxing to come back to Detroit on a consistent way.
Dmitriy, Salita, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's all going down in Newcastle.
You don't want to miss this one.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests, Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.